Hey guys, just wanted to show my first Traxxas on the channel. I've been in the Philippines for 6 years and I've never even held a Traxxas or touched a Traxxas here, so I found an online secondhand Traxxas, the Raptor, and got it delivered COD, so it was safe for both parties. And when I was in the US, I had bought a Stampede brand new, and then I got a Roller Slash secondhand, and then I got addicted to eBay. I would put offers on Traxxas and Duratrax, Nitros and everything, and I'd get them, and then I'd mess around with them for a while, and then I'd part them out, like a roller separate, and then the radio and the transmitter and the receiver separate, and then the ESC and the motor separate, and I did pretty good. Get my money back, made money, had fun, all that kind of stuff. Well, in the Philippines, Traxxas is hard to get. I looked on Traxxas.com for a dealer, and they didn't even list a real dealer in the Philippines, but there are, I found a couple hobby shops in Manila that do have Traxxas. But kind of hard to find. Parts online are hard to find. Finally on Shopee, my Philippine online site, anytime I searched for Traxxas parts, only 2 things would come up. Well, when I clicked on one of them, then it said more items similar, and I found a store that they don't list the part numbers, they don't list it for what model in the description, so it's hard to search for it, but you just go through their inventory, and it shows a picture of the part number, and way down in the description it'll say what it's for. But so at least I found that online store so I can get parts. But mainly I got WL Toys, ZD Racing. Just wanted to show you, I forgot how big 1/10 Traxxas is. It's this is a ZD Racing 1/8. They're the same wheelbase. It's just even the Traxxas is longer body. It's just the ZD has the really big tires, and then a 1/10 stadium truck, ZD Racing. It's actually shorter wheelbase than the Traxxas, and then the ZD buggy actually looks a little bit small. So I'm just all excited. Finally got Traxxas again. I'm not gonna bash on it too hard because I'm not going to be able to find this body over here, and if it's, imported from the U.S. on eBay or something, holy man, it's going to cost more than I paid for the whole truck. But yeah, the owner did a good job keeping everything. He's got the high-speed spur gear and the extra pinion and all the shock parts, all the manuals and everything. So I got part numbers, the original nickel metal battery, got this original, the box. So I was all happy. And then body shell, nice shape, it's not cracked. It's still got the protective clear on it here and there. So under the body shell, he did upgrade it brushless. It's got a EZrun, ready to run ESC. I'm not sure yet on the motor. I'll be checking the gears for grease, and then I'll pop out the motor to see what brand that is. But yeah, I love these Traxxas Ultra shocks. They're so soft, just setting the truck down to the wheels and you let go, it just sinks really nice. My first Stampede did not have Ultra shocks, so when I got my Slash in the US, I was just blown away. The nice wide chassis instead of the skinny Stampede, and these shocks are so soft. And yeah, on blacktop you got to be careful. If you turn too sharp, it really does roll, and it leans, and it will roll over on you. Some of the guys are doing the low center of gravity, but I don't want to lose all my ground clearance because mine will be off-road too. So I guess one little trick, move the shocks more outward on the bottom, and then it makes it a little more stable, and then you can put in the clips to tighten up the springs. And then the other cheap trick is fuel line. You can watch, there's videos on that, but take the shock apart, take the bottom off, pull the shaft out, and you're just cutting equal pieces of fuel line for each side. And it won't have as much travel that way because it's limiting your plunger basically in there. So you can lower it a little bit, and it won't have as much body roll if you're doing more on-road stuff. So I might do that. I have the aluminum shock caps on the way. I never had mine blow off in the US on my Stampede or my Slash, but I see on YouTube a lot of guys complain about that, and I see this one Must have came off once. It's a little bit crooked. So I got those on the way. And then I have metal, just cheapy axles on the way, which I never blew in the US either. I had the Slash, it was 3S, it was brushless. Somehow my axles survived, but I see lots of videos all the time. They're breaking the ears or whatever. So I'll have some cheap ones on standby. So yeah, I don't have much for run video. On my first day I got it. I just ran it a little bit. I see I got to tighten the slipper clutch a little bit. It was slipping a little bit more than I want it to. But yeah, we will have more videos on this. I'll be running it with the big ZD and with these other guys. And the neighbor has a nice grassy yard he lets me run in, because I don't want to wreck this body. I was so happy to get, it's kind of a limited edition Fox Shox and the Raptor. So yeah, some rollovers in the grass is fine, but I don't want to be trashing it, jumping it too high. That's what these guys are for. I can get parts all day long in the Philippines for ZD racing. They're cheap parts and they're everywhere. The 1/10s are pretty good. I haven't broke those. The 1/8, he's so heavy. That's got the big aluminum chassis. It's got a lot of aluminum parts, full aluminum shocks on it. I put a center brace in it. But yeah, one time I hit the wall with the front tire. It broke the C-hub, the plastic C-hub. It snapped the metal adjuster on the top, and it snapped the ear off the metal drive shaft. The drive shaft went flying down the road, ching, ching, ching. So, yeah, I got to be a little more careful with this just because it's so heavy. It weighs, I think, twice what the Slash or this Raptor weighs. These are pretty light, and they're very flexible. So, yeah, just a little heads up with the ZD Racing. I like them, but you gotta kind of respect their capabilities. They're not really your best bashers. So, yeah, I'm all excited. A lot of times on Marketplace in the Philippines, I'll find, something I want, but the guy won't send it COD, and I just hear too many stories of, selling or sending money through the pawn shops here in the Philippines, and then you don't get what you bought. You don't get anything. So I don't want to do that. So I was happy I found this online. He has a store, and then sent it COD. So both of us are happy. So he got the money to go buy something else, and I got a Slash, basically, or the Raptor that I have not had in 6 years. So I've been running on all these guys, which are okay, but just nice to have a Traxxas in the house and a Traxxas on the channel. So thanks a lot for watching. Hopefully you can subscribe, and we'll definitely include this in our running videos. So thanks a lot.